My sister made my daughter cry at a family party. The next morning, she showed up begging. I always knew my parents favored Chloe. She was the golden child, straight A's framed on the fridge, every minor achievement treated like a Nobel Prize. Meanwhile, my accomplishments got a shoulder pat and keep trying harder. I learned to live with it. But when I became a father to Mia, everything changed. At Chloe's award celebration, I watched my 7-year-old daughter practice her Mandarin phrases all week, excited to show the family what she'd learned. She was nervous. She doesn't like crowds, but I promised it would be fine. We were almost done eating when Mia stood up, smoothed her panda dress, and started speaking. Her pronunciation wasn't perfect, but she was trying so hard. Then Chloe started laughing. Loud, mocking laughs. She made exaggerated ching-chong sounds, mimicking every word my daughter said. I watched Mia's face crumble. Real, painful crying. The kind where you know you're being humiliated. I grabbed her hand and headed for the exit. That's when my mother's voice cut through the room. "Mistake, child." I didn't turn around. I just kept walking, holding Mia so tight I was afraid I'd hurt her. Outside, I crouched down and wiped her tears. "You're not pathetic. You're the best part of me." The next morning, my doorbell rang. My mother stood there, eyes red, hands clasped like prayer. "Austin, please don't ruin your sister's life." I almost laughed. Ruin her life? What could I possibly do? But standing there, I realized they weren't worried about Mia. They were worried about Chloe, about protecting the golden child from consequences. That's when something clicked. See, I'm a project manager at a construction firm. I'd been quietly building my career, leading a major downtown redevelopment project. I'd even been featured in a local business magazine, and I'd noticed something odd about Chloe's charity work. For years, she'd branded herself as this community service angel. Awards, sponsorships, grant money flowing in. My parents paraded her around like she was saving the world. But I'd seen the invoices, padding expenses, vendors who claimed they never worked with her, grant applications with inflated volunteer hours that didn't match the dates she was on vacation. I didn't plan revenge. I'm not that person. But I started asking questions, quietly, professionally. I sent a few documents to a city councilman I knew from work, just flagged some inconsistencies in grant applications, requested a standard audit. I contacted a journalist who covered nonprofit accountability, gave her public records that didn't add up, let her verify everything independently. Within days, the machinery started moving. The family group chat exploded, my parents calling me dramatic, jealous, ungrateful. Chloe sent threatening messages about how I was trying to steal her spotlight. But the auditors didn't care about family drama. They cared about numbers. 2 weeks later, the preliminary findings came out. Misrepresented donations, padded invoices, nonprofit funds used for personal events. Chloe's grants were frozen. Major donors pulled out. Her PR team dropped her. The golden child who mocked my daughter in front of dozens of people was now fielding calls from investigators. My parents went silent. No more voicemails. No more group chat celebrations. The family structure that revolved around Chloe's shine just collapsed. I didn't gloat. I didn't rub it in. I poured everything into Mia and my growing business. Started my own firm with investor backing. Built something real. Something they couldn't touch. One evening, Mia came home from school and said, "Daddy, someone's mom saw you in the magazine. She said you're helping build the city." She looked up at me with those big eyes and whispered, "So we're not pathetic, right?" I knelt down, brushing her hair back. "No, baby, we never were." 6 months later, Chloe's reputation is still in ruins. My parents rarely call. The relatives who laughed at that party, they don't make eye contact anymore. And me? I'm building the life I always deserved.